I'm Shay Russell for mining.com.au, and joining me today is Glenn Grayson, the Managing Director for Aruma Resources. Glenn, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you, Shay. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you. Now, we got to catch up at RIU, but we didn't get a chance to speak on camera. However, I'm glad I've got you today because you have just, oh, not you personally, but Aruma Resources has just acquired a couple of very exciting projects outside of the traditional mining state of Western Australia. Tell me, where do we start first, with your copper project or your uranium projects?
Well, copper, I guess. So, a couple of really exciting projects north of Mount Isa. Mount Isa is one of the best jurisdictions or best terrains on the planet to go looking for copper, of course, as well as some shallower uranium.
So look, it's an interesting time to move away from gold because gold has been sort of the hot commodity for the past 6 months. So let's go with the moving into copper in Queensland. Now, Queensland is becoming a very mining friendly state at the moment. What took Aruma Resources out to these projects?
So we came across a private company that had these projects within it late last year. So I've been looking at these for a little while now. And I guess one of the main themes that you could take away from several conferences was copper and gold are robust going forward. They're not the flash in the pans that were rare earths. Lithium was getting pretty tough, but everyone considered stick to copper and gold, and you can't go wrong in the long term. So I'd already come across these projects at the time, and that just enhanced, I guess, the belief that that's probably a good direction to go in.
Now, adding to the copper that you're exploring for, you're looking for an iron oxide copper gold deposit, my favourite four letters in mining, out in South Australia. Why would you want to take on such a meaty project at the same time while looking for copper in Queensland?
That is a good way to describe it. They are tough to do. So the ground we've got is about 140 kilometres north of Olympic Dam. It's adjacent to the ground that Copper Search are doing their work in. And I think what they're doing has been really good work. I don't believe that the basement rocks are ridiculously deep. They're not the kilometre depth that the BHP are looking at the moment. And the prospectivity for it's got the right age rocks, it's got the right age structures, and it's something that I think we can do really well.
All right, so obviously you've got two very exciting targets. Tell me, how are you going to prioritise the exploration program? And I guess also to what type of exploration can we look forward to?
So I guess it's geophysics in the near term. So that's gravity surveys is what both styles of mineralisation work with. So the alteration minerals that occur with IOCG and the stratiform copper ore bodies make the rocks dense. So gravity surveys and really detailed gravity surveys can certainly help, along with magnetics. But then it's more geophysics and finding something that is conductive. The uranium in South Australia is actually good. It's great. It's actually the paleo channel and placer style mineralisation. So we're going looking in the lakes. We've identified some really good, strong anomalies there as well.
So will you be exploring over the Australian winter period while the temperatures are cooler?
That is the plan, yes. I've got projects up in the Pilbara at the moment. Working up there in summer's tough. Working up around Mount Isa in the summer, that's really hard work. So it's certainly going to be during the winter. The field season is the cooler months of the year there.
Listen, I've been in Mount Isa in November and it's not quite summer, but gee whiz, your skin melts as you walk. When it comes to like news flow, everybody's going to want to hear about the exciting new boots on the ground geology that you'll be doing to get these projects sort of up and running. When are we going to get to hear sort of a tidbit about what's going on?
So I've got to wait a little bit longer yet. I've got my shareholders to approve the acquisition first. Once that's done, we'll have a team up on the ground. I've got a senior geo that's certainly keen to get up there. It'll be Queensland first, and then South Australia. We've got a little bit of work to do to get access to the ground with the traditional owners there, which I don't think will be a problem. It's just they have their process that we will have to follow. So it'll be Queensland first, and it'll be getting that geophysics, some mapping, rock chip sampling. We're confident we've got outcropping rocks that have copper in them, so there'll be constant news flow.
Well, listen, Glenn, I'm very looking forward to some pictures of those rocks and also to progress on the IOCG, just because I'm biased and I do love learning about those ones. Listen, Glenn, thank you so much for being here. This has been great.
No worries. Thank you very much, Jay.